Welcome to today's Explainer. We're going to permanently fix a super common English mistake today. If you've ever second-guessed yourself when writing a quick email or, speaking up in a meeting, wondering which tiny preposition to use, well, you're in the exact right place. We are going to master the exact differences between in, on, into, and onto. Let's just dive straight in.
Most English learners mix these four words up, and honestly, it makes total sense. I mean, the words in, on, into, and onto look similar, they sound alike, and they literally all deal with where things are. It's frustrating, right? But stick with me, because by the end of this short explainer, you're going to have absolute confidence using every single one of them.
Section 1. The Big English Mix-Up, Establishing Location. To get us started, let's just lay down our baseline concepts. We're going to make this super visual. I want you to picture something with me right now. Just imagine a bright red apple. Got it? Okay, now imagine a box sitting quietly on a table. So we've got our apple, our box, and our table.
Okay, take that bright red apple and place it inside the box. So, where is the apple? The apple is now in the box. It's fully contained. That is our first definition right there. In simply means something is inside of something else. Pretty simple, right?
But here's the contrast. What if you don't put the apple inside, but instead you just rest it right on top of the closed box? Well, now it is on the box. It isn't inside it, it's resting directly on top. So on just means something is touching the surface. In means inside, on means touching the surface. Both of these just describe where something is physically located.
Section 2. Adding action, movement words. Okay, so far so good. We know our locations. But let's see how this builds, because this is where the real magic happens. We're going to make things a whole lot more interesting by adding a little bit of action. Let's move that bright red apple.
Picture this. You're holding the apple above the open box. You let go, and as it drops through the opening of the box, the apple is moving into the box. Now, you pick that apple back up, you move your hand over to the table, and you place it down. The apple just moved onto the table.
And that right there brilliantly illustrates the core difference we need to grasp today. Let's look at this comparison. Over on the left side, we have into and onto. These two words describe movement. They're describing the active, rapid action of getting from point A to point B. But on the right side, we have in and on. These words describe the final position. They tell us where the thing is safely resting once all that movement has completely stopped. So, into describes movement from outside to inside, while in describes the final position. And onto describes movement to a surface, while on describes the final location.
Section 3. The Golden Rule. So, the absolute crucial point here is, how do we easily remember this in the middle of a fast-paced conversation? Well, I've got a really simple trick for you. It's so straightforward, you are literally going to remember it forever.
Here it is. Read it with me. If something is moving there, use into or onto. If it's already there, use in or on. And that's it. That is the secret. It all just comes down to action. If there's active movement happening right in that very moment to get to the location, you need that T-O sound at the end of the word. Into, onto.
Section 4. Test your knowledge. Rapid fire quiz. I absolutely love this rule because it works every single time. But hey, don't just take my word for it. Let's put this golden rule to the test right now with a rapid fire quiz. I want you to actively think about the movement as we go through these next few slides.
Let's run through these examples nice and fast. She walked into the room. Walking is an action, right? It's a movement. But when she stops walking, now she's in the room. Next up, he put the book onto the desk. Putting is an action. Once he lets go, now the book is on the desk. The cat jumped onto the sofa. Jumping is a serious movement, but when the cat finally lands, now the cat is on the sofa. And finally, they got into the car. Getting in is a movement. Once they're all buckled up, now they're in the car. Do you see how perfectly that flows?
All right, now it's entirely your turn. Which one of these sentences sounds correct based on our golden rule? I walked in the room or I walked into the room? Take a second and think about the action taking place here.
If you chose the second one, you nailed it. I walked into the room is correct. And why? Because walking describes movement. You're actively moving from outside the room to the inside of the room, so you have to use into.
Let's keep that momentum going. Next challenge. Take a look at these two options. The keys are into my bag or the keys are in my bag. Which one is it?
Yes, the keys are in my bag. The keys are just sitting there. They are definitely not moving anymore. And because there's zero movement, we just use our final location word, which is in.
To lock this in your brain forever, here's a really quick 3-step recap of the absolute easiest way to remember all 4 words. Step 1. Think of movement. Just ask yourself if an action is happening. Step 2. Is it moving? If yes, use into or onto. Step 3. Is it not moving? Like if it's already there, just use in or on. It is truly that simple.
Okay, we've got time for one last challenge to prove you've mastered this. Fill in the blanks for me. The bird flew blank the cage. And then, now, the bird is blank the cage. What do you think?
Let's take a look at the answers. The bird flew into the cage. Flying is movement. And the bird is in the cage. It's done flying, it's just sitting on its perch, so it's strictly a location. Into for the movement, in for the final position.
Huge congratulations! You just learned and completely mastered one of the most common English mistakes out there. You are never going to confuse the words in, on, into, and onto ever again. But to prove it, I want you to drop your very own example sentence using our golden rule down in the comments right now. Show me what you've got. And hey, if you found this breakdown helpful, be sure to follow for more clear, visual English explainers just like this one. Keep practicing, and I'll see you next time.